So today's Palm Sunday, and Palm Sunday is one of the few Christian holidays that seems to get passed over by the greeting card companies somehow. You don't see palms and stuffed Jesus riding on a donkey in the Walmart aisles right after St. Patty's Day is over. But it's a holiday that we show up at church and you see the palm branch, like, oh yeah, it's Palm Sunday, cool. And then if you're like me, you proceed to Google, how do I make that cross again? Because I forget every year. So don't worry, I got you covered. There's a little handout at the Connect Center on your way out for how to make the little palm cross. Yeah, these guys are already working on it. They got it down. So in my own personal experience growing up, Palm Sunday, I always experienced it as a celebration, but not quite like Easter. Easter was the real party. It's almost like comparing a rehearsal dinner, which is a great party, to a wedding, which is the real deal. It always felt like the little pre-party before the real party. But in that way of thinking about celebrations isn't necessarily bad, but we can see what's happening a little bit more clearly if we make a little shift in how we perceive them. So let's consider this. If Jesus had never died and rose again, we would have no hope. That's why we celebrate Easter. We celebrate the resurrection. Paul said, if there is no resurrection of the dead, then Christ has not been raised. And if Christ has not been raised from the dead, then our proclamation has been in vain, and your faith has been in vain. So Easter's important. Don't think I'm saying Easter's not important as we go through this. But what happens from Good Friday through Easter it's central to our faith, and it seems like it's everything. So if our future hope is built on Jesus' resurrection, and that blazes a pathway for us to experience eternal full life, then how does Palm Sunday fit in? What's that have to do with anything? Why is it important for us to remember it and celebrate it each year, and why not just consider it a part of celebrating Easter rather than taking a whole extra day? See, Palm Sunday is the official entry of Jesus into Jerusalem as the king. This is kind of an image from a movie, Palm Sunday. By riding into town with his entourage around him and people laying palm branches down and waving them and shouting Hosanna, this was the way people at that time celebrated a new king coming into town, either a conquering king or a new ruler. They celebrate him and they have all this fanfare. And Jesus coming in was essentially him saying, I'm in charge now. But kings and kingdoms and rulers and all that stuff, that's not how we celebrate now in our culture. It's just not normal for us here in America. So I thought, how about another image that might compare to how we think? So here's one. On the 4th of July, the leaders of the colonial rebellion claimed official independence from the crown. Think about Palm Sunday as the Independence Day of the kingdom of God. This is the day that Jesus officially claimed that this new nation is here, but this nation is no longer defined by political, geographic, or cultural boundaries. This is the kingdom of God. It's here, and we celebrate Palm Sunday. This is our 4th of July as Christians. It's a great celebration. And then if we continue with that metaphor, or metaphor is good enough. The comparison, the resurrection in that light would be comparing it to like the Constitution for the United States. The United States doesn't work without the Constitution. It doesn't work without our founding documents. But the Constitution isn't the day we started it all. The Constitution didn't happen for a couple years after that. And in the same way, the kingdom of God started, and then later Jesus rose from the dead. The resurrection is what makes the whole thing work, and that's why we celebrate Easter, because without Easter, there is no resurrection, there is no hope for us Christians. And it's what gives significance to the kingdom of God, but today is the day it started. We're celebrating the start. So that was all just a bit of context, and I promised it's related to this week's curious little story about Jesus washing his disciples' feet. And I'm going to walk through some of Peter's misunderstandings a little bit, loosely touch on them, because it's through Peter Thank you, Peter, for always being willing to be our example of how not to do it. But he's awesome. I love Peter so much. I'm going to walk through Peter's misunderstandings because it's through his misunderstandings that we can see what Jesus was really trying to teach. You see, Peter may not have had a full understanding of the events that were about to unfold, but he was sure of one thing. He was sure that Jesus was the true king. Jesus was the one who would lead this new kingdom. And Jesus knew this too, but he needed to shift Peter's idea of what that meant, what that king would be like. Because throughout most of human history, leaders have been above those who follow them. Leaders have power, and power is simply nothing more or nothing less than the ability to change the things around you to make them the way that you want them to be. That's what power is. The ability to change the things around you to make them the way you want them to be. So the more I am capable of changing my surroundings, the more power I have. Control, power, basically the same thing. Peter expected Jesus to come into Jerusalem and make everyone and everything change, to use his power to make the world what he thought it should be. Because Peter knew that normal people with power should be served and should be feared, because if someone has power to do whatever they want, they could do anything to you. People with power have, and people without power beg of those with power. It's just the way it works. I mean, just look at our government. When an organization wants to have their way, a lobbyist will go and try to convince the lawmaker, the person with power, technically the person who can make a change. They try to get them to do what they want to have done. The person with the power is the one who has the ability to make the change. So why would a person who's in charge act like somebody who's almost in the position of a beggar, washing Peter's feet? Jesus is trying to teach the disciples a lesson. He's trying to teach them about just what kind of king they're following. Peter was uncomfortable with Jesus washing his feet because it shattered the way he viewed the world. People in power are served by people without it. Yet here's the most powerful human being of all time, and he's serving his followers. On the surface, Peter might have been thinking, no, Lord, you can't wash my feet. I should be washing yours because you're the leader. Seems like a humble response, right? And then Jesus pushes back and says to Peter that if he does not allow Jesus to wash his feet, then he has no place in the kingdom of God. Okay, that's a firm line he's putting there. I thought this story, it caused me to pause when I read that, because I thought this story is about being a servant leader. Like he would be telling Peter, you need to go and wash other people's feet, and that's all that he'd be telling him. But that upside-down kingdom that Jesus seems to be bringing in, where servants are rulers and rulers are servants, right? He's flipping it upside down. If I want to become first, I must become last, because the last become first. See, he's going to work the system, implying that if I'm last, I will have power in the kingdom of God. So let me try to clarify the point that I'm making here. This new kingdom is not just an upside-down kingdom where the people who are currently powerless will become powerful over top of those who used to be powerful, who become powerless. And that seems to be what Peter might have thought, but Peter saw this world where the master was greater than the slave and the sender was greater than the messenger. So when Jesus taught that the first will become last, it's an obvious conclusion. That the slave will become greater than their master and the messenger will become greater than the one who sent them. But Jesus says no. I told you to keep your Bibles open. Look at verse 16. Take a moment to read it. It says the slaves are not greater than their master. Isn't that interesting? The slaves are not greater than their master. So Jesus is specifically rejecting the idea that the kingdom just simply got flipped upside down. Those who used to be powerless are now powerful. Isn't that fascinating? So Jesus, first off, doesn't want Peter to believe that the weak are better than the strong, But he also rebukes another misunderstanding. Further on in the story, or not further on from where you're reading, but further on in the story where I am, I'm all over the place. Peter flips to the other side by telling Jesus, well, if you're going to have to wash my feet, then wash everything, because I must be dirty. It seems like he just assumes that, well, Jesus must need to wash me because I'm not good enough. And Peter says, no, you're missing the point. This isn't about whether you're clean or not. You're clean. Well, there's somebody in here who's not, but not the point. This washing lesson wasn't about cleanliness. It was about the new order that Jesus is starting, the new order that started on Palm Sunday, which we're celebrating. He was teaching that the relationship between each other is the core of how we work in this new kingdom, how we relate to each other, how we show each other that we're equal. So let's make this practical now. How do Peter's misunderstandings help us today? We should look straight at the way we interact with one another. How do we think of ourselves in comparison to the people that are around us? Do we see our neighbor as our equal? Really? Do we see our neighbor as our equal? In the kingdom Jesus kickstarted on Palm Sunday, all people are equal. Free people are not better or worse than slaves. Rich people are not better or worse than poor. Men are not better or worse than women. Native-born people are not better or worse than immigrants because we are all one in Christ. So I'm going to give you a couple of questions here. And I've been going through these too myself, and they've been a serious heart check for me. These questions are going to help us check our hearts and say, do I actually see my neighbor as equally valuable as myself, as equally worthy as myself? Let's try the first question. Are you willing to wash the feet of someone who has nothing to offer you, who cannot or will not offer you anything in return? Are you willing to help somebody pay for something when they will not be able to pay you back? Jesus is calling us, his followers, to serve other people equally, no matter their ability to return the favor. Every human being is equally valuable and can equally be served. Will we only serve someone who will contribute back to us? Or can we serve someone who can never or will never return the favor back into our lives? There's question one. Here's question two. Are we willing to wash the feet of our enemy? Jesus, in this story, washed Judas's feet. Even though he knew Judas was going to betray him, even though he knew Judas was unclean, he said it straight out there in the passage. Yet he still washed Judas's feet too, because he washed all the disciples' feet, not just Peter. Are you willing to help out someone who is against you? This is the one where it really convicted me. Will you slow down and let someone pass you while you're driving when they're riding your bumper? Or will you, like what my heart wants to do, is slow down and stop them from being able to get past me and just really drive them nuts because it's making me mad? That was a heart check for me. Will you smile at somebody who insults you to your face and show them kindness and generosity? Jesus washed Judas's feet, the person who would give him over to be killed. Will you give power to somebody who could betray you or somebody who will betray you? Will you give them something that they could use against you? That's exactly what Jesus did. So, will we wash the feet of someone who has nothing to offer us? Will we wash the feet of our enemy? And third, which I think this is the one that stings the hardest, are we willing to let someone else serve us? Are we willing to be the needy one? Are we willing to be the one whose feet are washed? Will you let somebody else do a favor that you can't return to them? This is where the rubber really meets the road. Often us Christians feel comfortable being the one who helps other people, but we can't allow somebody to help us. Why? Because when we accept the help of somebody else, we're forced to admit either our need or their abundance. We act like it's a kindness, but it's a kindness that says, you need me more than I need you. This is what Jesus was telling his disciples. This is what Jesus was saying to Peter. You must let me wash your feet if you want to be a part of this kingdom I'm building, because this is how our kingdom is defined. This is what our kingdom looks like. He's telling them that, yes, you disciples, you're going to be the leaders in this new kingdom. And as leaders, you not only need to be willing to serve those who are following you, but you need to be willing to allow them to serve you. You need to be willing to allow those who society says are less than you and let them give you something and let yourself be in need of them. We need to check our pride at the door if we want to participate in God's kingdom. And if we remember that this is the kind of kingdom that Jesus brought in on Palm Sunday, that last verse, verse 17, says we will be blessed if we remember that. And that's a great encouragement, because this can be convicting, but it encourages us that there is blessing that results from participating in this kind of kingdom. So Peter asked Jesus, are you going to wash my feet? And his life was changed. Because by asking that question, he learned that the kingdom he would participate in would be one where he both must serve and be served. Because all are equal. Hosanna in the highest, our king comes riding on a donkey. Today I encourage us to ask the same question that Peter asked. Are you going to wash my feet? Am I willing to wash somebody else's feet? Am I willing to allow somebody else to wash mine? Am I willing to wash anybody's foot? Am I willing to have my feet washed by anybody? I'm going to give us two invitations today to wrap this thing up. First, if you have already been living in this kingdom, this glorious kingdom that we get to participate in, I invite you to just experience gratitude. Experience gratitude for it. Be grateful that you serve a king who serves you and invites you to serve him back. We serve a God who treats us like an equal. That's crazy. The kingdom of God is so much better than any governing system that we have in our world right now. So much better than anything we've ever known, anything that's ever going to be, and we get to be a part of it. So let's experience gratitude. That's my first invitation. And my second invitation is this. If you haven't been living in the kingdom of God, if you don't know Jesus, if you're like, this is an interesting thing, I'm drawn to it, but I don't know what it means to be a part of the kingdom of God, I'm inviting you today, get to know our King. He's pretty awesome. Jesus isn't some far-off king that has no idea what you've been through. He's a king who knows your heart. He knows what you've been through. He knows what you've done. And he's offering to wash you and let you wash him back. He's inviting you to become clean and to go out and clean others and be a part of his kingdom. And if you're wondering just what that looks like for you practically, come talk to Pastor Todd or I, or talk to a friend here at church. And we'd love to chat with you about it and tell you more about our King, because we're pretty fond. Would you pray with me? Dear Lord, we praise you for being our King, for being our King that shows us that this world can be a place of blessing and that we can be equal, that nobody is better than the next. Nobody is more worthy or more valuable or more special, in that you're a God who calls us to a higher level. You call us to not only serve those who can help us or serve those who we like, but you call us to serve those who aren't like us, who we disagree with, who would hurt us, and then allow them to serve us back because we're equal. And Lord, we praise you for being a God who draws us into being more mature and being more like you in your kingdom. And we thank you for it in Jesus' name. Amen.